Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Movies and Melodies. I have always been very fascinated by the number of different thematic songs that exist in Indian movie music, I should say. It's really incredible. There seems to be no end to the creativity of all these people who come up with these situations, and then the music director and the lyricists who write for these situations. I mean, writing songs for some of these situations, it's wild. So today's today's episode is based on songs that are food related or cooking related. So the first song, I take you way back in time, 1938, to Street Singer. This was a K.L. Saigal movie. The director was the very famous Bhani Majumdar. He was already very famous in Bengali movies, but this was his first Hindi movie as a director. And the leads were K.L. Saigal and Kanan Devi. So this movie, I mean, K.L. Saigal was already a superstar. It just sort of cemented his career and just made him even more popular. Kanan Devi was established as the melody queen after this movie. The story is that of two orphan children, Bhulwa, who's this little boy, and Manju, this little girl, who meets him after her orphanage burns down. So the two of them, really Bhulwa more than Manju, have this dream of becoming singers and actors in some big theatre in Calcutta. So the two of them run off together. It takes them many years to get there. But, you know, they sort of sing their way through, and people treat them very well all along their journey to Calcutta. So they get there several years later. They're now adults. And they realize how difficult it is to establish themselves in the entertainment industry. It still is very difficult. It was really bad even then. So these two struggle, and finally, Manju, the girl, gets a role as a lead in a musical in this big theatre, and her career takes off. Bhulwa continues to sing in the streets, street singer, and they still remain friends. But slowly, Manju is now getting used to a life of luxury, and, you know, she's able to tell people to do this, that, and the other. She has maids in her house. She lives in a fancy place, and she's getting used to this life of luxury. And her attitude towards people less fortunate than her starts to change. Bhulwa sees this. He's saddened by this. He calls her up on it. So they keep having their little spats, but they continue to remain friends. However, her changing attitude finally has its effect on their friendship and their love. He has this song that he wants to sing, but she steals that song, changes it, and presents it at her musical. This breaks his heart, and he runs away. He says, I'm going back to my village. I don't want to have anything to do with you. She realizes what she has done. She repents and chases after him. And then the last scene is, you sort of assume they're going to go back to the village. The movie was very much a product of its time, you know, the filmmaking of its time. Acting is kind of stilted. Dialogue delivery is very kind of formalized and feels very uncomfortable. I'm not saying it's a fabulous movie to watch, but I think it's an important movie to watch as part of movie history, as part of anthropological and sociological history of India, I think, in general. The music was by the great Raichand Boral. Lyrics were by Arzu Lakhnavi, except for the most famous song from this movie, Babul Mora Nahi Har Chhuto Hi Jaye, which was written by the doomed Nawab of Oudh, Wajid Ali Shah. Legend has it that Saigal Saab convinced Majumdar to let him walk through the streets singing this song without listening to the playback, which is very unusual because normally people are lip syncing to whatever's happening. But he actually sang this song because he wanted it to be very authentic as a street singer. The song I want to share with you it comes right at the beginning of the movie. It's this little village in Nautanki, and the hero is singing to the heroine and asking her to eat her khana. It's a very, it's kind of a funny situation for us to look back on it. So the song from Street Singer, Madam, Khalo Khana.
Lo khalo madam khana, lo khalo madam khana, khalo madam khana.
क्यों इतनी देर लगाई है जान लबों पर आई और पेट में उड़ गई धूल हुए चंदूल गधे की धूल और पेट में उड़ गई धूल हुए चंदूल गधे की धूल
मैं लेने गया था मिठाई रास्ते में ठोकर खाई मैं लेने गया था मिठाई रास्ते में ठोकर खाई और चोट देखो आई और चोट देखो आई
चल जुटे मुझे हर जाई ये सब बस बस है मुझूल चल जुटे मुझे हर जाई ये सब बस बस है मुझूल मुझे मधुर नामा फूल
क्यों इतनी हो झल्लाती ये साधन है ये चपाती क्यों इतनी हो झल्लाती ये साधन है ये चपाती
मुझको तो नहीं है भाती हाँ पूरी कचौड़ी खाती हाँ पूरी कचौड़ी खाती मुझको तो नहीं है भाती हाँ पूरी कचौड़ी खाती हाँ पूरी कचौड़ी खाती
फिर जाऊं अभी फिर जाऊं तुम ठहरो अभी ले आओ
क्या भूख से मैं मर जाऊं या कच्चा तुझे जमाऊं ना माकूल गधे की धूल हुए चंडूल
अब देर न होगी बच्चों तुम बच्चों हाँ बच्चों अब देर न होगी बच्चों तुम बच्चों हाँ बच्चों
क्या छोड़ दूं यूं ही तुझको छोड़ दूं यूं ही तुझको क्या छोड़ दूं यूं ही तुझको छोड़ दूं यूं ही तुझको
बस तौबा बीबी तौबा
पहले भी तो की थी तौबा
अरे बस तौबा बीबी तौबा
पहले भी तो की थी तौबा तौबा फूल जुलून दिला दी फूल
Ujala. This came out in 1959. It was a Shami Kapoor, Mala Sinha starer, huge hit. Very unusual movie for Shami Kapoor after his makeover as the rebel hero, Elvis Presley-ish look. Very, very nicely essayed role, frankly. Shami Kapoor was very good in this movie. He plays the role of a poor man who is unable to find a good job. He ends up taking to a life of crime after his sister dies because, the poverty is so much that he's unable to get her medicines and so on, and she dies. So he ends up becoming a crook, but in the end he does reform. He does a great job playing a very tortured soul, someone who is trying to come to grips, trying to justify his adopting a life of crime and then, coming back to lead a decent and honest life. Rajkumar plays his friend, and he also plays the villain. The music was beautiful. Shankar Jaikishan, Shailendra Ji, Hasrat Jaipuri. This particular song, Shami Kapoor is entertaining all the children in the slum that they live in, trying to distract them from their hunger. The lyrics are incredibly touching. And honestly, who better than Shailendra Ji to write these lyrics? A man who had known grinding poverty and hunger. Sung very, very beautifully by Mannada from Ujala. सूरज जरा आ पास आ आज सपनों की रोटी पकाएंगे हम
सूरज जरा आ पास आ आज सपनों की रोटी पकाएंगे हम है आसमां तू बड़ा मेहरबान आज तुझको भी दावत खिलाएंगे हम सूरज जरा आ पास आ
आज सपनों की रोटी पकाएंगे हम
है आसमां तू बड़ा मेहरबान आज तुझको भी दावत खिलाएंगे हम। सूरज जरा आ पास आ, ठंडा पड़ा और पेट में आग है, गर्मा गर्म रोटियां कितना हंसी ख्वाब है। चूल्हा है ठंडा पड़ा और पेट में आग है, गर्मा गर्म रोटियां कितना हंसी ख्वाब है।
Maya Bazaar. This has to be one of the top favorites of all time for me in Indian movies. It's a mythological story. It was made first, well, it was actually filmed simultaneously in Telugu and Tamil, but the idea came from the Telugu film industry. They have always been excellent with making movies that are based on mythology. This is no exception. In the Tamil movie, the leads are Savitri and Gemini Ganeshan. In the Telugu version, it's A. Nageshwara Rao and Savitri. The Telugu version was later dubbed into Kannada as well. Super hit in all three languages. Amazing movie. It's based on this story. You don't really see it in the original Mahabharat, but it's one of those side stories that have kind of grown along, the years. Supposedly, Abhimanyu is engaged to be married to Balarama's daughter, Shashirekha. The betrothal gets broken off because the Pandavas have lost their kingdom in that dice game to their cousins. Of course, the girl is suitably distraught, so she appeals to her uncle, Krishna, who uses the help of Bhima's son, Ghatotkacha, and fixes things using a little bit of magic and a little bit of muscle and so on. Very entertaining. It is so fun. The great S.V. Rangarao plays Ghatotkacha in the movie. The man is a giant in the field of acting. The music was by the great Ghantasala. Mellifluous, can't even come close to describing how beautiful the music is. This particular song, it's picturized on S.V. Rangarao as Ghatotkacha. He is there at the wedding. He has come into the kitchens and now he's singing this song describing all the food that's been cooked for the wedding. He proceeds to finish everything as well as he's singing the song. So fun, sung by Ghantasala himself. Interestingly enough, this tune is actually a borrowed tune. It's from Charles Penrose's The Laughing Policeman, right? But it is so perfect for this song. So from Maya Bazaar, Vivaha Bhojanambu.
Vivaha Bhojanambu. Vivaha Bhojanambu. Vintaina Vantakambu. Ujala vari bindu, okokko naake mundu. Vivaha Bhojanambu, vintaina vantakambu. Ujala vari bindu, okokko naake mundu. Aurora gare lalla, ayyare bure lilla. Aurora gare lalla, ayyare bure lilla. O khore arise lulla, illa naake challa. Vivaha bhojanambu, vintaina vantakambu. Ujala vari bindu, okokko naake mundu.
Bundi. This movie came out in 1957. Starred all three of the Ganguly brothers, Ashok, Anup, Kishore. I was so disappointed by this movie. There's no real story. All the characters, the writing, so meh. Kishore Kumar, honestly, is the only thing worth watching in the entire movie. I love him, but I cannot, in all good conscience, recommend that you watch this movie. Truly. And the sad thing is Hemant Kumar's music, and that is also not that great. It's just like, oh, wow, blow upon blow upon blow watching this movie. Ashok Kumar, he's a good actor, but the role is just such a, what on earth is this nonsense role? Beena Rai, who plays his wife, and earlier his first wife is played by Shyama. Anup Kumar, you blink and you miss him, that kind of a role. Nanda, such a good actor, given, it's frustrating. I'm not going to talk anymore about this. There is a great song by Kishore Kumar right at the beginning of the movie. He lives with his older brother Ashok Kumar, and he basically cooks and cleans for him. So he sings this song while he's cooking for his brother. The lyrics were all written by the great Rajendra Krishan. So from Bundi, Ek roz hamari bhi dal galegi.
एक रोज हमारी भी दाल गलेगी, एक रोज हमारी भी दाल गलेगी, बैरी दुनिया जो देखेगी खूब जलेगी, हाँ बैरी दुनिया जो देखेगी खूब जलेगी, एक रोज हमारी भी दाल गलेगी, एक रोज हमारी भी दाल गलेगी. हो भैया हमारा है MA पास, हाँ भैया हमारा है MA पास, भला कब तक हम खाते रहेंगे ये घास, भला कब तक हम खाते रहेंगे ये घास, सूखी सूखी घास, छी सड़ी सड़ी घास, तेरा सत्यानाश सत्यानाश सत्यानाश. रूखी सूखी रोटी और नींबू का अचार, हाय हाय जाने कब छोड़ेगा पीछा हमार.
Naya Andaz. This movie was a Kishore Kumar, Meena Kumari starrer. Such an entertaining movie. This I highly recommend that you watch. So fun. Actually, another movie also, Mem Saab, same couple in the lead, outstanding. So this movie, the story is that of a young man who is a new age poet, has a fight with his father, who is old style poet. He leaves home, actually becomes an uber hit in the theatre scene and everything. He is now this famous movie star and theatre star and all of that. And he meets his lady love, Meena Kumari, in the theatre. She is also an actor there. And then, there are some shenanigans with villains and so on, and the movie goes on. The music for the movie was so fun. O.P. Nair. And Meena Kumari, she's so good in light-hearted, fun roles. It just bothers me so much that she did not act in more of these light-hearted movies. She was excellent in comedy. And honestly, that I think is really the mark of a very good actor, to be able to be good in comedy, have really good comedic timing, which she honestly had in spades. And she was so good with Kishore Kumar. You can see that kind of rapport between the two of them. So this song, they sing it on stage. The lyrics, by the way, are by Janisar Akhtar Saab. And they sing it on stage, and Meena Kumari, for whatever reason, is dressed as a man in the song. Shamshad Begum, Kishore Kumar singing the song. So from Naya Andaz, Chana Jor Garam Babu.
ओ चन्ना जोर गरम बाबू मैं लाया मजेदार, चन्ना जोर गरम बाबू मैं लाया मजेदार.
मूंग मूंगफली गरयम गरयम मैं लाया मजेदार, मूंगफली गरम गरम मैं लाया मजेदार।
मेरा चना है सबसे आला, इसमें डाला गरम मसाला, जो भी देखे हो मत वाला, खाए इसको हर दिल वाला, अरे खाए हर दिल वाला। चना जोर गरम बाबू मैं लाया मजेदार, चना जोर गरम बाबू मैं लाया मजेदार।
जिसने खाया एक भी दाना, आया उसको दिल का लगाना, आशिक इस पे एक जमाना, बाबू तुम भी खाते जाना, अरे तुम भी खाते जाना। मूंगफली गरयम गरयम मैं लाया मजेदार, मूंगफली गरम गरम मैं लाया मजेदार।
चना जोर गरम बाबू मैं लाया मजेदार, चना जोर गरम बाबू मैं लाया मजेदार।
Next, I'm sharing a song from one of my all-time favorite movies, Duplicate. Shah Rukh Khan, Juhi Chawla, Sonali Bendre in the lead. It has to be ranked somewhere very, very high on the scale of fun and really well-made movies. If you haven't watched it, please do. I love Shah Rukh in this movie. He has done such a brilliant job. He's in a double role. And they're not related, so no twins lost in the Mela type situation or separated at birth because somebody stole one baby. I don't know. They had such weird twin separation stories. Anyway, coming back to this, he plays Bablu, the innocent chef, kind-hearted, good mama's boy. And the other role is that of Manu Dada, who is this cold-blooded, absolutely conscienceless killer. He has done a phenomenal job keeping these two characters separate, one very menacing and the other absolutely lovable and goofy. So this song is actually picturized on the chef. He has gone to a 5-star hotel for an interview and he is asked to cook for a group of Japanese businessmen, and he sings this song while he's cooking. Anu Malik's music with Javed Akhtar Saab writing the lyrics. Kumar Sanu has sung it from Duplicate, Vajiva.
Vajiva, 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 Vajiva. धीरे धीरे प्यार की जो आग जल गई, जितनी मस्ती दो दिलों में थी उबल गई, इसका मजा चख तो लूं मैं जरा, फिर कहूंगा मैं कि दाल गल गई। धीरे धीरे प्यार की जो आग जल गई, जितनी मस्ती दो दिलों में थी उबल गई, और इसका मजा चख तो लूं मैं जरा, फिर कहूंगा मैं कि दाल गल गई।
That's it for today, folks. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do send in your feedback, your recommendations, and do not forget to send in your song requests for our 5th anniversary episode. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you haven't, please go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel and spread the word among your family and friends as well. I will be back in 2 weeks, but until then, remember, music is food for the soul. Keep listening.